welcome to...
It's a Kool-Aide Sunday, brother.
Kool-Aide Sunday on a Dallas Parlay. We got 2 special editions in a row because I got the whole Chaz, Ryan, Brandon crew here.
Yes, sir.
Look, let the record show, undefeated at my house. We're doing the podcast at Brandon's, but undefeated at my house. Okay. Got wiped at Chaz's last week.
Yeah, Chaz.
Hey, that was just a bad game all around.
We don't destroyed.
It's in the past. We don't talk about that game.
Well, we might.
It's worth noting.
Oh, man. What a game. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
So, in case y'all haven't realized, Cowboys won 43-3 against the Atlanta Falcons.
Hung 40 on them.
Can we get it out of the way?
Go ahead. You can start it.
I mean, I like star ups and star downs, but 7 points in the second half?
Well, you voted for Cooper Rush to come in, so that's your fault.
kind of unacceptable.
I think we throttled it back. I mean, we
obviously
we had it
ran
in
on
the
first,
bag.
second, and third.
7 points? The
Hey,
whole half?
imagine having 3 the whole game, though.
Wow.
That's true.
We held them. Actually, they scored 3 points in the first quarter, and that's it. That's all.
No, on a real note, if I took anything away from this game, it's that we got our toes back.
Toes? Elaborate.
Michael
Please.
Gallup
Oh, yes.
Twinkle
for sure.
toes.
with the 1-2s.
Yep.
At the sideline.
Yeah.
More than once, yeah.
He actually...
Look,
he
we
didn't
got...
even have to do that. It was one of those things that... I saw this highlight with like a little kid who tried to toe tap. It was like way in bounds. He toe tapped and then still took 2 steps in bounds. It was almost what
I'm just
Gallup
saying,
did.
we all know we got Cedric Wilson, we got Noah Brown, we got other receivers.
Yeah.
But those sideline catches, that's what Michael Gallup does, man.
So I'm going to start, too, by saying... I'm going to get this, my quarrel out of the way and say I can't stand Greg Olsen.
Oh, he's terrible.
Can't stand him.
Yep.
Jesus.
I posted on the Facebook. I was like, man, I'm thinking about watching this game on mute.
Telemundo, maybe?
Yes.
Something.
Yeah.
Anything.
Channel 2.
I think Jason Witten did it better than Greg Olsen at this point.
Oh, dude, I can't stand Greg Olsen. And the other, I don't even know his freaking name. What's the other guy's name? Ryan, I know you probably know.
Oh, yeah.
So he doesn't.
It was very low on the volume today, yeah.
We actually, I mean, well, we were a lot of cheering.
Yeah.
A lot of shot taking.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So how about him?
So it pans to them at one point, like I think in the second half, it pans to them and they're like doing some like crazy thing, and I'm just, God, they annoy me. They annoy me so much.
I mean, I started off with saying what I loved about today's game.
I know we're gonna talk about a lot of what we liked. I just wanted to get it out of the way.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes,
Greg
sir.
Olsen, see you later. Michael Gallup, hello. Dan Quinn, guess what, bud? You're moving on up, son.
Yep. His hat was backwards.
That's
the whole
what you
game.
want, right? If you're gonna see your ex in public, right? If you're gonna
You want to show up
you
with
should
that,
run
that
back
hot
into your
girl
ex.
next to you. Yeah.
You showed up with a 10 today, son.
Yeah.
Hold him to 3 points.
Well, 43. Showed up with,
Okay.
what was it?
Well,
43. Yeah.
The 2 turnovers, I think. Was it only 2? I feel like
Yeah.
2 interceptions,
Diggs,
right?
and then
No, this is I do want to know the stat. What is the stat for a starting 3 defensive core, 3 cornerbacks to get an interception? Because all 3 of our starters got an interception today.
Yeah.
Anthony
Oh, did they?
Brown, Trayvon Diggs,
yeah.
and Jordan Lewis
And
all
Lewis.
got an interception today. What's the stat on that? I wish I knew. We don't know. I don't
Yeah.
think we can even look that up.
I could pause, but we're not
We're
going to
not
pause.
Feels good to get him
Sorry
though.
about
We didn't have him last week,
All 3?
and it showed. Of course, I mean, we don't have to bet on the turnover, but when we get him,
Well,
I
when
feel like
you're-
we're undefeated when we get a turnover in a
I
game.
think when your offense, I mean, we're going back a week, but when your offense is doing that terrible and your defense is on the field, I mean, those drives were long. Like, Denver drove a long way. So when your defense is on the field for a long period of time and your offense literally goes 3 and out every single time,
See, I didn't think our defense was much different than it has
then it is
been
now.
last
Yeah.
week.
They
You
give
know,
up some,
yeah.
and then they just wait for them to make a mistake. And who's there to capitalize from that mistake? The Diggs.
Diggs.
With, what, 8 now?
Yep, he's got 8.
Eight?
Still.
And I feel like our offensive line held up this week, and they did not last week. I didn't hear a whole lot of Terrence steal this, Terrence steal that. He's the weak link.
He was at left guard or left tackle again.
Yep. Yeah, they put him in, and I feel like he held his own today.
So Dak looked a little off last week. He looked all right. I feel like he started off kind of.
He did start off a little shaky.
They still scored on that first drive, but it looked weird. I think.
It was after the first drive. He had some missed opportunities, but I feel like he was happy to have Gallup back.
I just looked at a note too because at the beginning, we scored, and then we were like, "What the heck?" I feel like when the Cowboys are doing bad, we're definitely Cowboys fans. We're those typical Cowboys haters. Like when they do bad, we're like, "Oh, they suck," and blah blah blah. But at one point, Chaz and I, he said something. I was like, "Is this Jason Garrett offense? Like, what the hell is going on?"
Yep. We ran it on first and second down, I think, and it was after we lost yardage the first down, and then we went right back to the run. So I don't. Zeke had a good game, obviously 2 or 3 touchdowns today. And you got the two-headed monster back there, but still though, it's a whole different offense when you put it in Dak's hands.
Well, and it's not even necessarily that, but like I don't know. I feel that there's kind of a symphony between your offensive clicking, you're getting those turnovers, and then you're getting your special teams working too. Like, I don't know, man. There's something to it. Like, when everything just works, it just works.
Speaking of special teams, how about that kicker today?
Yeah.
Huh?
He hit every single extra point.
What did you call him, Chaz?
The rental.
The rental may become the
starter.
Yeah.
Greg, you better. I know you got you got the COVIDs, but
6 in a row, right? But he had 7 with that penalty, and then we went for 2. So technically, he had 7 in a row.
We were going for every fourth down in the first half. We were not, even though we were in field goal range. We didn't want to. I feel like we didn't have to though.
That's kind of what I mean though. Like if everything was going bad, it would have been because we weren't getting those fourth down conversions,
right.
And you would be highlighting the fact that we had to go for it.
That's what happened last
because
week.
we don't have Greg or because we don't know this guy or whatever. But because we were going for it on fourth and still making it, we got all of our extra points. Mm-hmm. It makes all of our
makes it easier. It makes it easier.
Better,
yeah. It makes it easier to run the ball when they don't know what you're going to do. But if you're down, that's what happens to the other teams. That's why Micah Parsons looks like a freaking all-star right now.
How many sacks did
Because they're down 40 points. You're going to pass. So Micah Parsons can rush. Greg, who is not in the game, obviously, but he can rush. Like it makes it so much easier if you're winning.
Putting pressure on Matt Ryan. It made the difference because in the beginning, it's really just the first quarter when they had any sort of success at all. But in that first quarter, when we were not pressuring Matt Ryan and he had time to sit in the pocket, he was making the throws.
Yeah,
they went down the field.
Luckily, we stopped them once they got down the field. But
it could have got ugly. But I feel like when Atlanta went for that 4th and 7, when they were in field goal range for no reason, I feel like, and they didn't get it. The tides turned right there. When we stopped that 4th down, they didn't have anything after that.
Okay. Also, I am looking at the stats right now, but if I wasn't, I would still say huge star up to the replacement of Randy Gregory, Dorrance Armstrong.
Mm-hmm. He had a strong game.
I love Daryl Armstrong from the Dallas Mavericks.
Hey, we have 5 sacks this game. 5 sacks.
Yeah.
One from Parsons.
Yeah.
One from Golston.
Who?
And 3 from Dorrance Armstrong.
3?
3.
Oh, wow. Man, I did not know that.
Credited with that.
I remember saying his name a bunch.
Kids.
So what'd you give him? Okay, so we got 3. So what's your 3 top 3s in the defense today?
Well,
are you going to give them a star?
I feel like they played. They played solid. They got the stops when they needed to, but it's because the offense did so well, right? Like I just feel like when the offense is clicking, just like Ryan said, it makes the defense look good. It's so much easier because Parsons did look good. I saw a few times he played linebacker. It's like you don't even want to see him at linebacker anymore. Like just get him on the line. Like
he stepped up.
Stop messing around. Stop having him cover people.
But he can cover.
He can. Yeah, I'm not saying don't do it completely, but I don't know, man. I want to see him on the line, and he doesn't look huge. Like you put him up to to Gregory, and he looks like a tiny guy, but
that's this guy's name. I'm looking up our kicker right now. The guy that's kicking our extra points and shit.
Wheeler?
No, his name is Liam Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
I told y'all whenever we do this that if I ask for the name, are y'all going to be able to say it?
Not me.
Well, I haven't even seen it in writing until just now.
Well,
his name is
the new
Liam
starting kicker. So.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. Get used to hearing it.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. I don't think they said the name once. They didn't even mention
No, they didn't. No.
Zerloin not being there.
No, they
Did you
actually
say
didn't.
tenderloin?
Love me some tenderloins. So, yeah, I don't know.
I'll go with my top three. So
Go ahead.
We're going back to defense real quick, and then we'll go to offense. So my top three, I'm giving a star to Parsons. I mean,
Obviously.
I feel like they were talking about him maybe leading the rookie of the year on the defensive side of the ball this year, and I think that's
Sure.
I mean, if Diggs was a rookie this year, he'd be right there, obviously, with 8 interceptions. But it's just, I mean, and then let's see, Jordan Lewis had a good game, and it was good to see that.
I mentioned
Not
that
only the pick, but in coverage too.
Yeah, I told you all that before. Like, it's great. So that first week or two, well, the first week when we played the Bucs, we kept saying what's Anthony Brown's name and how much he sucked. But it's been so good. It's a good thing not to say their names. Yeah, we've been saying Diggs' name because he gets these picks, but it's nice to not have to talk about these guys. Like, we should be talking about Jordan Lewis and Anthony Brown, but we're not, and that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, they're not getting picks, but they're not getting
burned
blown
either.
out. Yeah. That's,
And I think
great.
Armstrong
Actually, Diggs is getting burnt more than they are.
he did last game. They threw a couple deep balls on him, and it hurt. It hurt to see that because he's been playing so well.
I'm telling you, let's run it back versus Denver, man.
Yeah.
We'd
What do you think?
Bro,
Just
that's
rewind
crazy.
it? Rewind
We
it?
were asleep that game. I don't know what.
We
It's
caught a
rough.
break. But
They needed it, right? Dak said it. They need, that's they were talking about in the broadcast how Dak was talking back about the that 12-game win streak or whatever on his rookie year. It might not be 12. I can't remember the exact number. But he's like, yeah, I wish we would have got like a kick in the face at some point, and then we could go to the playoffs. And
They played like they
Ready
had
to
something
roll.
to prove. Even when we were up by 30 and we're
And
on the
when-
goal line.
calling timeout in the
Yeah.
second half. What was up with that?
Well, when Dak ran in that touchdown and lowered the boom on the goal line, even
Yeah.
even though we're up by 30 already,
30.
I feel like that game last week did that to us. We had to play. We had to prove it to ourselves. Even though we're winning big, we just got to ride the wave. We can't let the throttle down.
hey, I think Dan Quinn called those timeouts though at the end of the half.
from
I
the
do.
top, he was
Yeah.
like, Micah, call timeout.
He's
real
like,
quick.
just let them know that we're
we're
getting
not scared.
They got the ball back at the end of the half, and they could have had it back one
He
more
was
time.
he was daring them to throw the ball and
I
stop
think
the clock.
He was, man. He was saying, "Hey, we got y'all today." boy."
Mm-hmm.
They showed up, man.
We were
Defense
showing
showed
off.
up
We're
for
showing
sure.
off a little bit. Yep.
But it is what it is. That Trayvon Diggs interception, I think we talked about that too. Like, it wasn't even good defense. It tipped, and then
Right place,
he's
right time.
always at the right place, man. It's crazy. Crazy. So, you want to talk about this, right? Next
I want to
year.
know what Buffalo did today.
Let's see.
Because we were credited with one of the top 2 losses last week. Buffalo lost to Jacksonville and we lost to Denver. So what did Buffalo do?
Is this today?
You know what I'm saying? Like all the teams that lost last week should, that were terrible losses.
Yeah, so Redskins won today against the Bucks.
Yeah, that's
So Bucks,
that's
that
a bad
helps us,
loss
right?
for the Bucks.
The Bucks are 6-3 now. Yep,
I'd
6-3.
say so. We're not worried about Washington, obviously, but anytime, like Green Bay losing last week was big for us.
Yeah.
Even though we didn't.
Yeah,